Hello YouTube and welcome to my meadow. I'm basking, I think that's the word, in the sunlight. No fire today. It's a bit windy and quite dry, so I don't want to risk lighting a fire. You can't see it, but I've got a sheep around me here. There's a ewe standing, staring at me. But I've got my camera set up. It's probably a bit tilted for you, my setup, but that was the only way to get the camera standing. I'll see if I can adjust it and show you the shape. That's the ram who's investigating my rucksack. Yeah, and off they went. I might put some more footage of the sheep or of the ram and our pony at the end. The ram has taken a shine to the pony, and when he's not with the ewes, he's following her around, and she's not overly keen on it. I'm smoking HH Burley Flake from McBaron, and it's really nice. My other favorite Burley Flake would be Solani H Burley Flake, and this is a lot lighter taste-wise. I'd say this is a spring summer smoke, and the Solani would be a autumn winter smoke, at least for me. Today my plan was or is to talk about some odd jobs that I've had, and doing it I'm a bit inspired by, well, quite a lot actually, by OlivewoodPiper, who's talked quite a lot about his youth and different jobs he had, and I've really enjoyed his videos, as well as his looking at his pipes. Yeah. Different jobs he had, and he always has a funny story that goes with them. The one that I like best is when he was a limo driver, and he was driving both weddings and funerals, and they had this music they could play, when they were driving weddings, and they happened to put it on by mistake when he was driving a funeral. So started playing the loudspeakers, not in not the loudspeakers in the car, but big speakers playing for the surrounding. Here comes the bride, and he was driving behind a hearse, I believe. I imagine he didn't see the funny thing in it then, but when he was telling the story, I thought it was really funny. So I thought I'd tell you about two of my, well, my best and my worst job, actually. Both were quite interesting. Uh, I'll start with the worst one, and that was delivering newspapers, the morning paper. I did that when I was studying, and I knew I was going to change the direction of my studies, so I didn't want to take any extra student loans. So I worked delivering papers in the mornings to finance myself. And I'd start 3 in the morning, pick up the papers, and spend a couple of hours delivering them. And after that, it was either off to class, or sometimes I had a daytime job as well, working at the local hospital, just doing simple stuff. I'm not a trained nurse or anything, but I was helping out with patients and stuff. And delivering the papers, the job itself wasn't that bad, but it really ruined your social life. I had to get up before 3, 6 days a week. I had Sundays off, and yeah, it ruined uh, your social life. Not that I had that much of a social life. I've never had, really, but the little I had uh, got really disrupted. So that was the bad part about that job. Going, not knowing, or having to decide if you were going to bed like early, 8ish, 9ish in the evening, or stay up and not go to bed at all. Of course, you could do the in between, but if you went out with friends, maybe you got home at 1, 1:30, and there was not much point in going to sleep then. One of the ewes has lost the rest of the flock. I suppose she'll find them. My best job, well, my absolute best job was when I was working on a farm in Ireland, but that wasn't really a job, since I worked for food and boarding I only got like pocket money. That wasn't the proper job. But the best proper job I had was when I took 6 months off. After graduating, I worked for, was it a year? And then I took 6 months off and worked at the, not the refugee camp, but asylum seekers that came to Sweden were put in camp is too strong a word, but they were living in designated areas, flats, and while awaiting the processing of their asylum decision. And lots of them had kids, and I was working as a, I don't know the English name, but organizing stuff to do for the kids, from really small kids like 6, 7 up to 15, 16. And that was really a good job. Got a lot of it was funny, and I got a lot of positive feedback. The kids were really starved for attention, and someone putting in an effort to make something for them. So that was the best job I ever had. Have absolutely no training. I have a master in soil science, so I'm trained in the natural sciences. But I saw the ad in the paper and thought that would sounded like something fun. And I don't think they had any more people applying for the job because I got it. I had to lower my wages a lot because it was poorly paid, but I took it for 6 months, and I'm really glad I did. Most of the asylum seekers were from the Balkans, from Kosovo. It was right after the war in Kosovo, so there were loads of people coming from the Balkans to Sweden. And I was offered to stay on, but I felt that I didn't have the right training, and dealing with kids that had war experiences, sometimes quite traumatized. I felt you needed to have a proper training to do that. So I quit, and they got actually properly trained people to do the job. And I think that was the best for the kids. But it was really satisfying and fun. No day like the other. Different stuff every day. Yeah, really great job. Yeah, I've had some other interesting jobs as well, I'd say, but those two stand out. delivering papers, toiling away each morning, and the joy of going to the work to work with the kids. The only downside to working with the kids was we all when I was with them, we had this flat that I could use as a place to be with them, and we always had music on, and they were playing loud music all the time. So I never had music on at home, and that is the only time, those 6 months. Otherwise, I've always played a lot of music at home. But during those 6 months, I couldn't stand music at home. I got too much noise and music at work. Yeah, I'll stop here. Thanks for watching. Take care. Hope to see you soon again. Bye.